This video is sponsored by LaxaToast. We all want what's best for our kids, and that includes their digestive health. But what can you do if they refuse to eat their vegetables? Introducing LaxaToast, a new kind of bread that is both delicious and laced with child-friendly laxatives. Studies show that kids that take a morning potty perform 37% better than those who don't. Make your kids' favorite sandwich using LaxaToast, and they'll be fighting for the toilet in no time. Now available in your nearest supermarkets. LaxaToast. We make 'em poop.
Panem bisacidil is the generic name of LaxaToast. If symptoms persist, consult your physician. Mahalagang paalala, ang LaxaToast ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit. Welcome to the second episode of Animus Insider, a guide to Java. And today, we'll be tackling string, outputs, and next functions. Without further ado, let's proceed.
String buffers are special types of strings. Their main difference with your typical string is that string buffers can manipulate its length and contents. Here are the various methods that string buffers have to offer. The length function gives the length of the contents of your string buffer. The capacity function returns the total designated limit of your string buffer. To add string to the end of your string buffer, you need to use the append function. On the other hand, to add a string in the middle of your string buffer, you need to use the insert function using this format. The reverse function reverses the order of the contents of your string buffer. More functions can be found in the drive link below.
Now, let's start with the various operations that we can use with string buffers. The first operation that we will look at is the CharAt method. It needs a parameter to determine what index will be returned. This index has a maximum which is determined by subtracting 1 to the length of the string buffer. Here is the format. And here is an example. Let's say you have a string buffer named missing, with its content being Catherine Wood. To get the element placed in the 0th index, you need to type in missing.char@0, which will return C. Here are the other elements and indices. However, we must exercise caution as putting an index in the index parameter that exceeding the length minus 1 or a negative number will result in a string index out of bounds exception.
As said earlier, you can replace the contents of your string buffer. By using setCharAt, you can replace the content of that specific index. Here's the format. And here's the example. Let's use the same string buffer from the previous section. By typing missing.setCharAt 10f and displaying the string buffer, the W at index 10 will be replaced and you will result with the string buffer Catherine Food.
There are two ways to join together two strings. One way is your typical plus symbol, and the other one is using the concat method. Just like in the previous methods, here is the format. And here is an example. Let's say we have two strings, missing, which contains Catherine Wood, and description, which contains is Meredith Kingsley. To use the plus sign, just do missing plus description and you're good to go. To use concatenate, just write missing.concat, open close parenthesis, description.
Now you may be wondering, we've been saying display this and display that, but we didn't really yet teach you how to display stuff in Java. Well, here is that section. You need to use system.out.println or system.out.print. The main difference is that println prints a new line while print doesn't. Here are some examples.
Let's now look at the opposite of output, the input. First things first, you need to put import java.util.scanner on the top of your Java file. To create an object of the scanner class, we need to type in scanner variable equals new scanner, open and close parenthesis, system.in. Now, to use this, just type variable name equals scanner variable .next data type. .next data type will be replaced by next boolean, next byte, next double, next float, next int, next line, next long, next short, or next.CharAt, depending on the data type that you need. You can find samples in the drive link below.
That's it for the second episode of Animus Insider. If you learned something useful, you know the drill. Drop a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!